Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Coffee and Headlines, our daily get together live here on Facebook every day of the week, including Sundays, such as this one. Today is Sunday, April 11. And as you know, Sunday is Sunday Funday here at Coffee and Headlines. So, no hard news, no vaccines, no nothing that is bad news or serious. Today, as always, on Sundays, we are going to, well, yes, as James has put it, we're going to chingonear. And yes, we are. Today, we are whipping out again the wonderful Chingonario, the most important resource out there with pages and pages and pages of how to use the word chingar. And we're also going to, did I fix the penis? Oh yeah, it tilts to the left. Thank you, Christy, for pointing that out. It kind of tilts to the left because of the way the wind comes in the apartment. And every now and then I go and play with the penis and I make sure that it feels well taken care of and acknowledged. And yes, it was time to play with the penis and fix it. And the penis is very grateful for that. I can't believe we're talking about the penis. This inspires me to do this. Boom. Well, it's not a penis, but it's close enough, I suppose. So this is the only variety hour in Puerto Vallarta that offers a talking banana. And we also are the only place in Puerto Vallarta, I'm sure, where you are going to find prepubescent boys dancing the cha-cha-cha. Where are they? Prepubescent boys dancing cha-cha-cha. Here they are.
Ready.
Seriously. But I'm sure you didn't come here to watch prepubescent boys dance cha-cha-cha, so we're going to stop that immediately. Let us see who is here. Don't be afraid to say hello. Don't be afraid to say that you're new. If you are new, all you have to do is write the word new in your comment, and we will simply say hello. We won't denounce you with the authorities or anything. It's great to see you, Raymond. It's great to see you, Christy. It's great to see every one of you, but it's great. This is a beautiful painting. Sitting on the terrace looking at the bay, light, cool breeze. It's Sunday Funday, and a big hello to all. That is absolutely beautiful. Thank you very much, Dave. Hello, neighbor. It's great to see you. Hello, Kelly. Yes, if it starts to feel a little bit like romper room, it's because it is. Let's see what else. You fixed the penis. That is absolutely wonderful. Raimundo says, this is our best fun time during the pandemic. Oh dear, there are some wonderful movies out there, Raimundo. I mean, we try to be funny, but I mean, there are great places where you can find entertainment, and I'll help you with that. No worries. Where can I get a copy of the Chingonario? In a bookstore, of course. It is a book, so you buy books at bookstores. I have seen it at Amazon, but again, please be mindful of the fact that the Chingonario is in Spanish. So don't be disappointed if you order the Chingonario and you think it's going to have explanations in English, and and it doesn't. It's all in Spanish. Does Luna look at the penis plant? Actually, no. The only one that seems to have a penis obsession in the house is yours truly. So better for me, I suppose. Um, I totally agree with this, Dave. We all need to rearrange the junk every once in a while, which is a reminder for me that I need to sweep the apartment. Um, let's see what else we have. Oh, yeah. Sometimes you just have to give the penis a fluff and some fresh air, which is what I do. I sprinkle it with water and I tend to it and I trim its leaves so that it's not too bushy. And look at it. It's just standing there all perky and happy. I'm very happy for my penis. Um, I'm very happy for my penis. Yes, Mom, this is what I do for a living. May she rest in peace. Gary is watching from San Luis Potosi. Good for you. It was so nice to have a trip. Um, the day I stop talking about penises will be the day my ashes are being thrown into the wind. Oh, that's poetic and so very true. I totally hear you, Matthew. Thank you very much for that beautiful image. Let's see. How to proceed. There's a couple of things that we are going to do today. Well, for starters, while we are having all this silly fun, I want to show you two photographs. These are the Donners, and no, it's not a family. It's the staff and crew of Ryan Donner's Realty office. And why are they looking all so perky and happy? Well, because this morning Ryan Donner has organized his very first ever Rio Quale cleanup, and they are under the bridge as we laugh, cleaning the Rio Quale as a volunteer effort. And I want to, um, how do you fertilize your penis? How do I answer that question, Stephanie? Seriously. Anyhow, back to the Donners. Kudos to Ryan Donner and his company for taking this initiative and making sure that they do what they can as a community to help our community by cleaning up the river. They sent me these photographs, and I figured it is so nice that they're doing that. I have to share them with you. If we weren't here discussing peni, um, we would of course be there helping out, or at least we would be taking photographs of the sexy men working or something, whatever. Anyhow, I would like to start today challenging you to share with me your most embarrassing Spanish language faux pas. And to get you all excited about this, I'm going to share my most embarrassing English language faux pas. And it's worse than using the N word at a bar, because in Spanish we call them negros, and it's not as offensive as the N word in English. My um, my funniest, worst faux pas was actually not a big deal, but it was a big deal at the time. I had just started studying college at Berklee College of Music in Boston. I was living in testosterone city. I mean, when I was a student at Berklee, the female student versus male student ratio was there was one girl for every 15 or 20 boys. So it was very testosterone, which turned out to be a good thing later on when I got comfortable, but I'm not gonna get into that. But my first semester living in the dorm in a room with two other guys that I didn't even know, and they were testosterone as they get. So I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, I'm this little gay boy. They're just going to beat me to shreds. And I figured, well, I need to try to blend with them. And and my mother and father used to read these sexy paperbacks by a writer called Harold Robbins, I believe. And he used the P word quite a bit, and not the penis word, the other p word that we sometimes use to refer to cats. And I had read the p word in a lot of places, but I had never actually used the p word. But I figured I better use the p word so that these guys think that I'm into p, into the p word. I'm not into p. Of course, I'm not into p. Anyhow, the guys are talking about, oh yeah, the girls, and we got to get us some booty, and we got to get us some titties. And all of a sudden I said, oh yeah, 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 we got to get us some pussy. Posse. I said posse. I didn't say Uzi. I said posse. So the guys looked at me, and at that time, I realized that my very miserably planned facade um, of trying to pretend to be a really, really straight boy into posse failed immediately, and I felt just warm through my face and embarrassment and stuff like that, and that's my big faux pas with English language. So that is what I have to share with you. If you have a Spanish faux pas that you want to share with me during the broadcast, I'll be looking at your comments. No more posse for me, thank God, other than Luna, who's my beautiful posse cat. Um, Another one, while we're at it, I worked at a copy center when I lived in Boston. And in Boston, at this copy center, we used to, if you walked in with a 15-page document and you wanted to know, you wanted 20 copies of it, we would, by courtesy, put a colored piece of paper between each set, and those we called slip sheets. But think about how easy that is to mess up when you're not a native speaker. I mean, you can slip, as in fall down, you can sleep, as in fall asleep, and you can slip um, a piece of paper. And then sheet is so easily confused by shit. So it is another faux pas. I mean, it was so easy to say to a client at the coffee shop, do you want to slip shit? And they would just look at me and laugh, and I would laugh, and that's it, the end. Um, I probably told my team, disculpe el fin de semana. I got disfruta and disculpe mixed up. They were quite amused. That's a cute one. I love it. Um, I kept saying, es muy caliente, asking if the food was spicy. I was told eventually I should be saying picante. Absolutely, absolutely, Rand. Because, well, sometimes in conversation, depending on who you're talking to, if you're out and about and, just trying to talk to someone, hey, baby, are you muy caliente? Because just look at me, I'm ready to go, kind of thing. So you never know when something like that might actually be useful. Um, I'm cautious of using the verb poner because of the double meaning associated with it. I said it in front of an ESL of native Spanish speakers. Quiero ponerme rico. Oh, dear. Yeah, that is, I'm thinking I was saying I want to be rich, and I was informed that I just said I like good sex in front of a class of 12. That's a good one. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Moving right along. What would happen if, after seeing prepubescent boys, we watched a bunch of guinea pigs following one another? Check this out. I told you, YouTube was this has no sound in it, but this is what YouTube sent me this week. It's just absolutely strange and unusual, but I kind of thought, how cute, they're doing this. They're doing this, and they get to their destination, and that's the end of that. See how easily amused I am? It is absolutely pathetic. A woman in Colombia said to me once she bought um, a chingadera by Agáchate y Cogerlo, and I was, what? A woman in Colombia said to me once she bought a chingadera by Agáchate y Cogerlo, and I was much embarrassed. I kind of get that, maybe. Yes, sort of. Um, Agáchate and cogerlo are complicated words because they can mean a lot of sexual kind of things. Back when I worked at Casa Cupola, I always enjoyed overhearing my colleagues in the reception give directions to the bitch. Oh my. Well, yeah, it happens. It happens. It happens. Absolutely. When I showed you the prepubescent boys, I failed to remind you of the fact that they were dancing to a Mexican song called Frenesí. It was composed by Alberto Dominguez Borras, and it's a cha cha cha, obviously, from Mexico, although cha 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 is from Cuba. And it was originally composed for marimba, but the version with lyrics, became a lot more popular, and it's been performed by many people from Linda Ronstadt to Frank Sinatra to Duke Ellington to Placido Domingo. Ray Conniff and his legendary chorus has performed it, and of course, we heard the version by Natalie Cole. The word frénésie means frenzy in English, and unless I'm mistaken, in the word frenzy in English can have a lot of different meanings, whereas frenesí in Spanish is usually used only to refer to a passionate kind of feeling of. "Urgh." Was that passionate enough for you? I don't know. Anyhow, oh, Ronnie, I wanted to send you photos that I took of the Elizabeth Taylor sculpture. How could I get them to you? Just send a message to Coffee and Headlines, the page where you are watching, and attach the photos, and I'll be happy to look at them. And I'm curious as to what it looks like. Let's see. Let's see. Did you see the bird playing peekaboo behind the Pepsi can video this week? It was along the lines of the what the fuck parrot will cheer anyone up. I haven't seen it. Please send it to me so that we can share it here. Let's see. Let's see. I always say let's see. See, that's right. That's right. I never ever realized that until now. How about okay? This is not fun or funny, but it is funny, I suppose. Um, we often talk about weed here in the program, and we talk about edibles, and it is sad when people think that it is funny to give someone a piece of edible that is actually cooked with cannabis. It is a bad prank, and it is a prank that I frown upon seriously. And whenever somebody wishes to try my edibles, I always tell them, well, look at my build, look at what I look like. This is the size that I eat to make me feel this way. And I suggest you start with half of it because when you consume pot in food, it's the reaction takes a lot longer to go away. Um, and it's not pretty. It's not pretty if you over consume. I've been there, and it just does horrible things to your body. And of course, when I used to have a cleaning lady, I would always label my things accordingly. I would put, if I had made rice, or brownies or anything that I cooked that was cooked with infused oil or whatever, I always made sure that the cleaning lady understood what was going on so that she wouldn't go there. But that's not what happened to this mom who went apparently into the refrigerator and made a little mistake.
Hi, family. This is the worst thing ever that I've ever done, and I sliced a whole fucking slice of it. It said edible banana nut bread. I thought edible meant for a story that it's gluten-free, and I was trying to figure out, is this gluten-free or not? Anyway, it wasn't very good, but I still ate a whole slice. And it sinks in. Edible. Edible meant pot. I ate pot banana nut bread so strong. So, also, one of the bad effects that pot has on me is paranoia. So it's scary. It hit me like a fucking sledgehammer. I don't know if I should stand up. How?
Okay, enough of that. It's not fun. It looks like fun, but it's not fun. So, don't ever do that to your friends. A friend did that to me once and brought some cookies to my house, and I had no idea that they were happy cookies. And by the time I realized they were happy cookies, I was fine. I just had to really put myself in that mindset of Paco, just get through it. But some of my other guests were not that fortunate, and neither was my toilet. It was just not a good place to be, unfortunately. So don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. Let me take a quick look at your comments before we attack the Chingonario, unless I have something else to show you. Um, no, let me take a look at your comments and we attack the Chingonario. Let's see. I don't know how to attach photos to coffee and headlines. I can help with that. Can we get ourselves in demo mode? Let's see. Facebook.com. Let me open this so you can see it. And I'm going to go into coffee and headlines. And there we are. I click on it. And something went wrong. What the hell? There you go. And you can post it here, or you can send a message, and that's how you do it. That's how you do it. Anyhow, let's see other comments that I may want to look at. Doo. Please post a picture of the Liz Taylor sculpture when you get it. Thank you. I will be so very happy to do it. If I don't get it by today, I have to be in town either tomorrow or the day after to buy some tchotchkes that I need to buy. So I will actually be trying to take the photograph. Let's see. Abuela con potty mouth. Yes, that's what she was. Let's see. Time for some edibles. Yes, I'm having some edibles in a little while. It's been there. I've been there with an edible. No, not that one. I've been there with an edible overdose, and it wasn't pretty, but I slept it off. Yes, absolutely. Um, a wise man in Sayulita once told me, if you ever get scared, take your clothes off and make some sweet love. Are you referring to my 50th birthday party, Logan? Or am I just connecting the dots? Yes, I was butt naked on my 50th, in front of Julie Guerrero, of all people. Jesus Christ. What's the difference between tchotchkes and chingaderas? There is no difference, not in my world. Tchotchkes I learned from my former partner, a former Jewish partner, and tchotchkes was always used in the house. And chingaderas well, chingaderas is what we use all the time. So, in good costume and in good tradition, we're just going to flip the book and see where we end up. And we end up with the word chinguisa. Chinguisa is a superlative of chinga, which alludes or has to do with getting your ass kicked in a fist fight. And it is used colloquially in the center of the country when somebody got the shit beaten out of him or her. Hopefully not her. Ew. So here are some examples. No mames, la chinguiza que te pusieron, no puedes ni abrir el ojo. Is something that you would say, well, let me translate first. No way, the chinguiza that they gave you, you cannot even open your eyes, is what you say to your friend when somebody beat the crap out of him. Chinguiza. That's a little too violent. Let's skip to another word because hopefully we don't run into people that received a major chinguiza on a frequent way. So, brump. This is good. Muy chingón. And it's right next to muy chingoncito. And there's a subtle difference between those because muy chingón is something that's really awesome. It's like, how did you like the restaurant? Oh gosh, it was muy chingón. How was your vacation? Muy chingona. It's a good thing, muy chingón. But muy chingoncito, which is kind of like a little version of that, is something that you use to refer to someone that thinks his or her shit doesn't smell. That's the bottom line. For example, it says here, llegó mi yerno muy chingoncito a decirme que él me instalaba el cable y a la hora de la hora el tarado no sabía ni cómo agarrar el taladro. And that translates to my son in law arrived really cocky to tell me that he was going to install my satellite dish or my cable. And when it came to it, the dope did not even know how to use a drill. So chingon, muy chingon y muy chingoncito are slightly different. Um, Let me do a third one and sepa la chingada. I love that. I'm going to use that here in the show. Um, and it's kind of like saying sepa la chingada is kind of like saying what do I know? Who knows? Who the hell knows? When are the vaccines coming? Sepa la chingada. It's that's what it is. It's like when you have no idea of where something is or where something happens or where something is going to be. See, I love the Chingonario. Everybody should own one. And no, I don't get commission for you buying El Chingonario or anything. But it is just such a fun book because you can use the same word in so many different ways. Let's see. Que chinga me puse ayer en el trabajo. That's a nice use. Thank you very much, Arturito. Arturo says, I really busted my ass at work yesterday. Que chinga me puse en el trabajo. I love it. I love this one because sometimes you don't even have to say it. Aquela, the whole phrase is aquela chingada. It's like when Luna gets stubborn and she decides to play with my yarn and stuff like that, and I've told her, get off the table, get off the table. And by the third time, because I don't want to hurt her feelings, I will look at her and I will say, aquela. And that's it. She knows. She knows that she shouldn't be doing this. Um, da, 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 da. I have probably made some egregious faux pas in Spanish, and as I try to learn, but don't know enough to be aware of it. I find that Mexicans are too gracious to let me know. Well, Libby, that'll change. The more you get to know the language, the more you'll realize when you've made a faux pas, and it's okay. Um, Chingon was a great restaurant in Bucerias. Great food. I love it. Sepa la bola. I love sepa la bola. Sepa la bola is another easy way to say what do I know. Sepa la bola. It's a good one. I love it. Um, oh dear. Seriously. Well, I don't know, Angelica, because the way I'm reading this, it could mean several things, and I'm sure you know this. Como me chingaste ayer could mean, oh, how much you bugged me yesterday. Or it could also mean, oh, how much you me yesterday. Um, or just I don't know. I would not use that. I'm blushing now. I don't know that I would use that very very loudly in mixed company. Um, Maybe Luna just wants to knit herself a sweater. No, no, no. She's convinced that I'm making little mice for her, and I'm not. I'm making all kinds of fabulous things. Let's see what else. What else? Do you have any other questions, comments, last minute suggestions that we should consider? Requests. This is our Sunday Funday, completely unscripted, completely chingado, but it's a good thing. Anybody? Tell us that book again, says Paula Pearson. It's called El Chingonario, and I will add it to the show notes. I've added it to the show notes every time we've used it, and it's a beautiful book. You can get it on Amazon, and it is a fabulous thing to own. If you want to make your Spanish instructors raise their eyebrows or send them chills or something, just walk into your Spanish lesson and go like this: puras chingaderas, puras chingaderas. And that's a beautiful one. Puras chingaderas is like when it's somebody's just trying to teach you something. Are you learning anything? No, it's just puras chingaderas. It's just a crock of shit. So see, this is what it's a good thing to have. It's a good thing to have. Anyhow, I think we're there. I think we're there. We're at that place in which I say goodbye and you say goodbye and you go and try all these words with your friends. But be careful. Be careful out there when you're using foul language. Just make sure that you share it in good company. As always, it's a pleasure to get together with you or to invite my alter egos. Today we had, thank you very much for having me. I am the banana alter ego. Today it was either the banana or the pickle, so I figured it was time to show you the banana. I felt like doing the banana because of all that frenesí dancing, the cha-cha people. Anyhow, have a great Sunday. I'll see you again tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll have interesting news about COVID 19. We'll see what's going on here in the state of Jalisco. But between now and then, have a kick ass day or have a domingo bien chingon. Take care.